After the end of the world, the burnt one woke from a deep slumber, broken, deaf, and blinded. A spark had once again been lit. It was told that for the being who kept fire in their heart, all darkness would vanish. Nevertheless, this long night seemed endless and fraught with perils.
What were they thinking? That thing was meant to remain dead. I'm never gonna come out again, no sir. In here it's just me. Some ragdoll with his mask. Alone in that piece. They burned it all away, and for what? Shine a little light on things? I can see just fine in the dark. In the dark, I can see everything clear as day. What were they thinking?
And so it was that the burnt one and a small flame took a wander down the midnight walk.
In the closing nights of this era, a wandering flame. How rare, a little pot boy. This is already the end. Your pot boy, the last ember of the work table that was. You are destined to carry this torch to Moon Mountain. It is inevitable. We must all partake. Your purpose burnt into clay. Your pot boy must spread his fire. Walk now. Spread your fire. Walk, walk, walk.
Whether they held or lacked reason, it didn't matter. When times were dark and winds blew cold, there wasn't much left to do, and it was quite enough to simply put one foot in front of the other.
Hey, I'd almost forgotten how it felt. And salutations, burnt one. Fancy meeting one of your kind here. You're the caretaker of this little firecracker? I reckon you must be headed for Moon Mountain. Am I right? Well then, on one hand, it's just a matter of walking down the road. But then on the other, the Midnight Walk has a mind of its own, and a mind to teach its rider a thing or two to boot. So if you are intending to walk the walk, you better... How is he? Didn't see you there. So glad to see you back on the move. And as I told you, it ran away from its owners. It's been waiting for the right passerby ever since it ended up here. Well, Mac, don't let me keep y'all. See you down the Midnight Walk, and burnt one. Wherever you end up this long night, keep that fire alive. It's really all that matters. Don't take my word for it. Just see for yourself. Some folks certainly know how to talk the talk. What you lack in talk, burnt one, I trust you make up for in walk. Be wary of the dark itself. It's full of ideas, but it is always hungry for more. Enough talk now. Time to listen. Listen to the road, the trees, the shadows, to the stars. Oh boy, you'll be amazed what you'll hear if you listen a little.
venture into the swamp under the moon, they cautioned. There, wild eyes watch, and itching teeth yearn for succulent heads like ours. Gone are the bodies of old, and they can no longer shield us from the terrors.
What is this? A somebody approaches nobody will? Your wretched limbs, an affront to nobodiness. Unless your fire can prove itself useful, there will be no passage for you, limb tree. Go away. Candles have not been lit since before the great beheading. Now fire is back. Maybe fire can help us with our Molgrim problem. The headmaster will decide. Enter, then. Make me regret my decision. The fire is dangerous, but so is the bitter cold that has taken hold over Nobodyville.
You get out of here. Oh, what do you think you're doing here? You can't be here. You shouldn't be. Why are you here? True fire. We nobodies haven't been graced by its warmth since the bodies were banished. They used fire for war. Yes. Now once more, the somebody disturbs our peace and sets fire on things with its tiny fire devil. You must leave at once. Leave or face our... It's the Molgrim! Grab it!
I guess I'm the headmaster now. As you've observed with your own head globes, we have a problem. It is called the Molgrim.
The Molgrim.
Recently she has become bold, moving ever closer to Nobodyville. You should help us get rid of her. Yes, get rid of her. Tame her, just make it stop. And by the powers suddenly vested in me, I will, shall grant you passage through our fair Nobodyville. Here, take this. Now, go do the quest. Meet the problem head on. Tame the Molgrim, and we will, I shall graciously let you pass through Nobodyville.
No, without that body of yours, you'd be drop-head gorgeous. Heed my words. The Mulgrim will get you.
Another old swamp saying went, when dealing with a troubled and troublesome Mulgrim, do not light a fire beneath her, but help her build one from within.
Oh, my neck hearkens the anguished howls of the Mulgrim, and the bitter patter of feet. A somebody and its flame, albeit a small one. 'Tis enough, perhaps. The Mulgrim's precious shards, they must be returned to her lair, to her cauldron. Only then may the cleansing fire burn.
eat me! Well, if you're not gonna gobble me up, then can you maybe take me away from here? Please? Somewhere closer to Nobodyville and away from here. Get me out of this neck hole, please. I'm begging you on my bare chin, and I'll pay you for the effort. Handsomely with a beautiful shard from the Mulgrim's cauldron. I have the Mulgrim's cauldron shard just waiting to be yours. Just so long as you get me out of this swamp.
Good evening, or is it morning, or afternoon? Hard to tell without a sun, isn't it? No, it is most certainly night, or moonbirds hooting wouldn't make sense at all. Speaking of sense, will you help an old bird find some in this story? Fire up these dusty murals in the right order, and you will receive a present, a little gift, yes. Bring the fire to the story. As the heads roll, the time of the Mulgrim begins anew. Once upon a time, the Mulgrims lived in peace. The battle ended with a great, gruesome beheading. Peace ended when the violent somebodies invaded the valley. The valley was taken, but then began the battle of the bodies. Intriguing. Once upon a time, the Mulgrims lived in peace. Peace ended when the violent sun. The valley was taken, but then began the battle of the bodies. Intriguing. The battle ended with a great, gruesome beheading. For time immemorial, the Mulgrims had lived in the valley in peace, sharing good eatings and howlings around their fire, which they had inherited from the skies. Then one terrible night came the violent somebodies. They hunted the Mulgrims for sport and took their fire for themselves. But the somebodies knew not what they were dealing with, for as soon as they held the fire in their grubby hands, they began to fight one another with it. To save themselves from themselves, the cunning heads turned on their bodies and organized a great beheading. And so it was that somebodies became nobodies, and the bodies were exiled. A time of peace would ensue an opportunity to return and take bloody vengeance upon the heads who are now left defenseless without their bodies. Of the Mogrim begins anew. A storied meal indeed. Moonbird thanks you for feeding her and proudly upholds the promise. A gift. A shard from the Mogrim's own cauldron. It looked so shiny in the moonlight. Moonbird simply had to take it. For now, she'll see you in the light.
Phew, thanks for saving my neck. And I think I have a reward for you. A real treasure. Blech. There you go. One of the 3 missing shards from the Mogrim's cauldron. Yeah, I stole it. Oh, I thought I could maybe buy me some kind of ticket away from, well, everything. Start anew, you know? A good head on a pair of healthy, strong shoulders. Eyes on the horizon. Gosh, the horizon. Do you know I haven't seen it once since I lost my body? I really do miss my body. It's a real shame when you think about it, you know? The things that we do to ourselves, to one another. What we did to her, kind. All in the name of some sort of control. It doesn't make sense. Anyway, I guess I'm sad. Sad and sorry. Hey, thanks. You're a great listener. You know that? Just take care of that shard now and maybe put it back where it belongs and... yeah. Goodbye.
The ragdoll's whisper of one shard kept by the dark itself. Another was stolen by the greedy moonbird up in the hilltops. The last one, perhaps the cowardly head knows.
for company until she had met the other one. He had shimmering scales, an appetite for life, and carried a faint scent of rotting leaves she found irresistible. Oh, how they used to laugh at the distant stars, bitterly together.
The howls of the Mulgrim have gone with the wind, and our headaches settled into gentle throbbing. Thank you, somebody, for you have not only graciously saved our necks, but also demonstrated the value of brain mass and heart blob working together. Could it be time for the bodies to return?
Bodies! You need a body!
We must convene on this matter, and you and your wandering flame must now leave through our gates and keep on walking the midnight walk to Moon Mountain.
Mountain!
Here you go, somebody. This key will open the town gates. Blech. The mountain once again beckons, and the call is answered. Fare thee well, and take good care of your flame. The dark itself is hungry.
Oh, back from a little swamp detour, huh? Hope the heads didn't give you too much trouble. At least your head looks attached to its shoulders and your friend's is, well, burning. So do not despair. Should you once again lose your way along the midnight walk, you're probably meant to. The body can be a terrible master, but a wonderful servant. Protect the spark. Find its home, won't you? See you down the road.
Dreadful was the day when the sun vanished. The waters dried up, birds went quiet, and the dark itself seeped unchecked into the work table as the cold, chewed paper moon rose over the mountain. The night that followed would be long as the midnight walk.
There once was a freezing cat who was looking for shelter when she came across a dark cave. "Step into my abode," offered the dark. "It will warm you if you surrender your wants." The dark's eyes were much too big and watchful for the cat's liking. She went on to find warmth somewhere else. Then the cat saw it. Rooftops piercing the sky. Approaching the town, she was greeted by a crone. "Come, kitty, kitty, you must be tired. Sit in my lap. Share your soft fur, and I shall warm you for a spell."
Welcome to Cool Haven, newcomer. Good to see you flame in these parts again. I'll be your guide tonight. This furnace here used to run on coal and fire, don't you know? But a thief stole all our matches, wasted them in greed, you see. Now the ghost has come to smite the wicked and punish the thief who killed us. Well, I guess that's it. That's a tour on the house. There's a bone right there in the snow. That ain't no place for a bone. Your flame could bring back warmth to our graves. May the worms in our belly dance again. Oh, do you feel that? Something's changing. That furnace was the soul of the city. We used to worship it, us coal miners did. Fed it trees and fire like it was a hungry, angry god. This broken body's going nowhere, but yours is. Walk the streets. Bliss. Just don't believe.
The cat didn't like the crone's crude pettings. Her hands tugged at her fur. Now, rest still, the crone said, as she pulled out a crooked knife. The cat was quick and escaped just in time.
Seen a ghost? The thief loved the stars. Would have plucked them out of the sky if it were possible. But the dark itself stole her stars, turning the thief's sky as black as a cup of joe. And so the thief began to steal matches and lit them, hundreds of them, like little stars of her own. The crooked path to the house on the hill lies open.
Wherever she sought warmth, it had a price. The miners needed the cat to get rid of the rats, and the vicar wanted her protection from bad luck. Bony hands reached out from all around her, trying to grab her.
The bird matches lead to the house. Brothers and sisters, hunt down the thief. The matches. Follow the bird matches. Follow the matches. What did we do?
Ah! It burns! It burns!
What's... This isn't my body. The fire, did we snuff it out? Where's... Did I save them? The house. It's ruined. Well, it wasn't supposed to go down that way. They locked the door, threw the key into the woods. Huh. There was so much anger, and now there's nothing. This body is so uncomfortable. While I was in the black, I had a dream. There was a monster in the woods, with our door key dangling from its tail. I ran, tried to chase it, grab the key, and when I did, the creature turned around, and its face, it was the face of this whole town. The key. I have to find the key. In the woods, where the wild things rest. The key. I have to find the key. In the woods, where the wild things rest. That's it. That's the key. Unlock the door. Please. I want to see my home again.
Furnace is getting weak. Council says we're running out of matches.
We'll have to harvest more trees then.
I don't like it. Losing the forest like this.
Not like we have a choice.
Mom, Dad,
Oh, girl, you startled me.
they're coming here. All of them.
What's that you're holding?
It's just a match.
On the hill lies open. You hear the scream. There's a lonesome house and cool even upon the hill. A house of fire. We don't go there no more.
With no matches left, we couldn't light the furnace. And the thief paid a terrible price for her burning greed. As the furnace died, one by one, so did we. But before we perished, the dark itself moved into our hollow husk, turning us cold and wicked. If I had a heart, I'd feel great shame for what we did. I'd feel great shame for what we did. The old man feels it too. Should have been long dead with the rest. He just wasn't ready to go. At least he has a reason for sticking around. This just in. A little bird whispered that the old man wants his song back. Now what the heck does that mean? Am I right?
Oh, that voice. What I wouldn't give to hear her sing again. Those sweet, sweet tunes like fallen leaves of the trees that were. Such a waste. Such a shame. I wish I could hear her sing again. Just once. Just once. Oh, I know she stole from us. I know what she did to our town. But she could sing. This town's not much without fire, no. But it's even less without song. If I could just hear that lullaby one last time, I know I'd be able to move on. Oh, burnt one. Little flame, you found it. soul, you charming little wanderer, my life's companion and body's guest. Where are you off to now? I don't know what I thought would happen. I feel a strange warmth, but just as coal runs deep in the earth, so is the shame a part of me, mine alone to bear. Burnt one, small flame, I am grateful, but I will not surrender my loneliness so quickly. I needed to ferment me, season my soul. Please, leave me.
The girl offered her burning match, her last star, but the cat could tell she needed it all for herself. Grateful for her unconditional kindness, the cat left her to her ghosts.
There are many bones out there, you know. Little keys, little keys. The door to the flame is open. It's already there. You just haven't lit it yet. Now, if you don't mind, a little spark. And just maybe we'll be able to die for real this time. In life, I didn't mind a little loneliness, but this is the worst. The furnace longs to burn once more.
Release me. Remove the shroud. The blanket. Light the match. The match. Light it. Please. One last star. Thank you.
The cat finally settled in front of a giant burning furnace. In its bright flames, she could glimpse a dark future. This did not matter to her, for now she was eternally warm and at peace.
The flame burns still, and the fire has spread along the walk. The cold takes its toll. and Boy's flame flickers. But it is still enough for the climb to Moon Mountain. To light the final fire. The road always leads to Moon Mountain. Hark! His fire belongs to the mountain. It came from beyond the moon. You have always been destined to burn.
Hey, my. The bird one and its flame approaches. The road's been long, hasn't it? And it just keeps on going, don't it? Why don't you rest here for a spell? Change is in the air. Warm winds coming in from Coalhaven. I trust you're not pushing that little flame of yours too hard. He is mighty, no question about it. But between you and me, he still has a ways to go until Moon Mountain. Ah, heck, it ain't my place to tell you how to tend your flame. I'm sure you'll be fine. You'll be just fine. Ah, to feel at home wherever you walk. How's it? What a friend to have on the road, huh? Now, there's an open door invitation, if I've ever seen one. Go on in then. Get some rest. I'll keep watch.
A boatsman went out into a foggy lake to find peace. Then, out of nowhere, came another boat that bumped into his. He cursed whoever was on the other boat, but when the fog cleared, he discovered that it was, in fact, empty.
What's a story without a little adversity? one of the first beings ever to wander the clay. Like you, his heart is ashen, barren, yet ripe for tasty stories. On the menu, crows. I see you, not to crawl closer, Moonbird. I see you, not to crawl closer, Moonbird. The pictures, they're moving again. Forbidden. It is forbidden. It is forbidden. Hush, no talking in the theater, fools.
Stories. How I cherish them. Real as clay, as palpable as the midnight air. They're all we have left once the dark has taken the last campfire from us. The projectors tell a story of failure. The craftsman projects it onto his creations. He keeps building without love for his craft. He needs to see it. Well, yours might not be a movie I would watch, but a story is a story. There's a special kind of dark pit reserved for those who talk in theaters. Go with your lantern, fire up the forbidden projectors.
The potter, stuck in the sinking clay in which he had dug so greedily, spoke his final verse. Here was I born, and here I lived. My refuge was the clay, and now the clay has played me false in a most grievous way. 3 blind explorers discovered a sleeping beast. Each of them touched it and described it to one another. Its skin is coarse, said one. No, its ears are big, exclaimed another. The teeth are its most prominent feature, declared the third. Who was right or wrong mattered little, as the beast awoke and ate them all.
ugly reflections of the daughter. None of them will ever dance. Ever feel the warmth of their maker's heart. They can never be enough.
After years of searching for her son, the weaver was convinced she had lost him to the dark. One night, there came a knock upon the door. "It's your son," said a voice. "Please let me in." Thinking this was some cruel spirit come to mock her grief, she remained silent until her son gave up and left, never to return again.
Isn't that just the way? The father hoped the daughter would fill his heart with fire, failing to see that she needed a fire of her own. His princess danced away, and he stayed behind, cemented in his ancient groove. The heart is a bottomless pit, never sated, always craving for more. Enough. Keep on walking the midnight walking. Don't run all the way to your infernal doom. She will be there to gobble up the empty.
The wanderer asked the craftsman, "How do you make such perfect sculptures?" To which he replied, "Oh, there's nothing to it really. I go into the dark woods. I find the sculpture already waiting inside a tree. And then it's just a matter of carving it out."
When I was a child, I exchanged letters with a monster in the woods. We were best pals, and we shared all our secrets with each other. One day, my sister told me that the monster wasn't real, that she'd written me all those letters to play a joke on me. But the joke's on her, because I knew the truth about the monster in the woods, and we exchange letters to this day.
Hark! Not very far now. Not very far. The flame longs to be free. Caged, it cannot truly burn. How beautiful. How tantalizing. It is simply the way of fire. It is what it is. It is what it is. You must release it at the summit. The soothsayers have spoken.
When the nameless maker lost his creation to the dark, he went back to the great drawing board. In his desperation to regain control, he made an attempt to sculpt the face of the dark itself, something he thought he'd glimpsed in his nightmares. But the face wormed itself out of his mind's eye, and instead his twisted sculptures came alive, grinning and many-legged. Thus, the grinners escaped and seeped into this world as a reminder to the maker that there is always something to smile about, even when things don't go the way you hoped.
Whoa there! You look like you're about to move a mountain. That's what I get for trying to get in the way of a flame and its destination. Let him walk his walk. Ain't nothing gonna stop him now, looks like. Fare thee well now, Burnt One. You're going to Moon Mountain, and that walk is for you alone. You have a tough decision ahead of you to make, just like the ones who came before. But they're all long gone. In the end, all there's left to follow is your own heart.
When I was a child, I exchanged letters with a monster in the woods. We were best pals, and we shared all our secrets with each other. One day, my sister told me that the monster wasn't real, that she'd written me all those letters to play a joke on me. But the joke's on her, because I knew the truth about the monster in the woods, and we exchange letters to this day. Oi! You the caretaker of this little fireball? What were you thinking, letting him run off? Don't you know how precious he is? Oh, yes you are. A real sunbeam. Who took the sun away? We Merkles used to ask until it finally ceased to matter. Night skies like these, trouble seems so far away, doesn't it? I mean, isn't this just exactly my point? I used to be afraid of the dark, so much so that I became obsessed with these huge electric lamps left behind by the craftsmen of old. Couldn't pry myself away from them. I'd sleep outdoors and under their blinding radiance. One day, I woke up to the noise of quivering planks and nails. And would you believe it was my own house leaving me? It had gotten so restless it grew a pair of legs, took a name, and went on a hike. Housey was its name, bless its soul. Houses have no imagination. But I bet it had a grander adventure than I could ever imagine. This little flame is your home, Burnt One. Keep him nurtured and safe, and you'll always find yourself in the right place. Through the rain, in the dark, and over Moon Mountain. Look at those stars burning like so many candle lights. Isn't this enough?
What is the dark? Is it ugly and cruel? Is it a place for monstrosities, for fools lost in the woods? A terrible void where all your nightmares come true. The dark could be a friend, perhaps a space where we might find each other, all of us equal under its cloak. dark could be a moment of clarity and calm, a break through icy clouds and the shameful stories we tell ourselves that fetter us to the clay and mud. The dark could be the space and time that we need to recover from the death of a dream and the quiet promise of new beginnings waiting on the other side of grief. In the end, the dark remains a mystery, its secrets locked away behind the stars. But one can rest assured that it is always there, watching, patiently waiting for us to enter it, with fire in our hearts and with eyes wide open.
You've arrived. Hark! Your fire is dying, but the last embers will light the final fireplace and send your pot boy home. Can you do what you must? Naturally, you must. It is destined, and you will be loved and forgotten.
The first two-legged beings did prosper under the first sun, but it didn't matter how much they bathed in its light. They craved more. They sought to cage the sun, harness its power, and make it theirs. But the makers in their foresight had put the sun far, far away, so far that no creature could reach it. That's why, in their desperation, the two-legged ones began to collect matches, lighting them like minuscule suns of their own. But there are only so many matches in this world, and one day they'll run out, and they shall once again look to the sun.
just gone. I had this wretched gut feeling like something was up, like something was on the way, a danger I never could have guessed. I figured that's just how I always feel, and my worries seldom come true. And now here I am, and I have been for some time now, and it just won't come back. I'm thinking, while I had it, I didn't know what to do with it, how to care for it, enjoy it. But if I had it again tonight, I'd probably waste it all over again.
Once upon a time, some folk on the other side of this and that had the most strange and beautiful dream. I hope that tonight you caught a glimpse of it, and I wish you the levity and grace to smile in the darkest of times and on the way down your midnight walk.